A Gibson Nighthawk standard from 2011, and it's literally unplayed. So, let's have a listen. I'll tell you what I can. Let's go. Pickups, and starting on the noise or distorted setting on the, I'm not going to do the splits on this. We've got it dry but noisy, and we'll start with the burst booker 2 in the bridge. Into the centre on the signal colour. And on to the burst booker 1 in the neck. Fabulous. Right, let's see how they clean up, and we'll try those coil splits. And again, starting with the humbucker in the bridge. And split. Into the position between the humbucker in the bridge and the centre. Split. Nice, isn't it? Into the centre, obviously it doesn't split, it's a single coil. And onto the position between the centre single and the humbucker in the neck. And on split, so the tone knob splits the humbucker at the bridge, and the volume knob splits the humbucker in the neck. All very sensible. And onto the neck. Epic. Right, let's have a really good look round it. The 2010 and 2011 only Nighthawk standard, and this came in 4 flavours for 2010-2011. It came in Vintage Sunburst, which was the only sensibly named colour, then Chicago Blue, not bad, Vintage Mojo, and this one, which is St. Louis Sauce, obviously, but I'm sure you guessed that already. So it is, the Nighthawks came out in 1993. They discontinued them after 5 years and then reintroduced them a few years later. But apparently, and certainly from what I can find, it was a collaboration, a design collaboration between Gibson and Nancy Wilson from Heart. So, and certainly you'll see her playing one, and she has had her own signature Nighthawks. So let's have a look at the specs and whatnot on this one. So you get a mother of pearl flower pot and logo on the headstock there, blank truss rod cover, a set of gold flavoured Gibson Deluxe Cluson style tuners with the vintage green tombstone keys. The neck is maple, would you believe? And you've got a bound rosewood fingerboard with dot inlays on there. And we're going to start getting a bit Fendery now, because apart from, as you can see, the blade switch down here, these have a Fender scale. So it's 25.5 inches instead of 24 3/4 like on most Gibsons. I mean, it blends the two styles, doesn't it? Because it's definitely a single cutaway, like a Les Paul shape, I guess. The body is poplar, believe it or not, and as you can see, we've got string through construction there, and your cavity control plate, because of course your controls are just here like this with your 5-position blade switch and your 1-tone and 1 volume. So the blade switch does exactly what you'd expect in the 5 positions, as you've just heard, and of course we can split the coils with this. It's even got the original plasticky bits that tell you that these split the coils, because let me tell you, this was made in March 2011, and I think that I'm literally the first human to play it. It is totally and utterly unmarked, but it does have a flaw. So we've got again a Fender bridge, certainly a Fender bridge style with individual rise and fall saddles that are individually intonatable as well, and you've got Burst Booker 1 and Burst Booker 2, and a single coil in the centre. The pickups are popping out, the bridge pickups popping out roughly 8, just a shade below. This is about 7.5 up for the one in the neck, whereas the centre, this blade in the centre is about 5.5. But all very, very sweet, and certainly you do get a wide. So I mean, they're a rock machine, sure, but certainly aimed. I don't know, are they aimed at a Stratty market as well? Do we think? Because obviously, when you split the coils, you're going to achieve that kind of sound. So. Yes, binding on the poplar body and the AAA flamed maple cap. This, so it does. You'll see it on Gibson boxes. Make sure you store in a cool, dry place to avoid warping and damage. And this one has got some just here. And you can just feel a little bit of rippling where that maple veneer or maple top has kind of curled up a little bit. I don't know. I don't even know if you'll be able to see it. Maybe if I get it, can I just get it in the right light for you? But other than that, this is absolutely. I mean, there's not even any tarnishing on the gold hardware, and that's usually the first thing to go. So, yes, maple neck, poplar body, maple cap, and 3 pickups H, S, H. Very, very nice indeed, and all splittable too. It's an absolutely quality instrument, and they did come with a TKL made in Canada hard shell case too. So there's been probably over the years about a dozen different styles of Nighthawk. You will see them with these split parallelogram neck inlays, and you'll see some of them with a slanted humbucker, and there's all sorts of different colours and flavours. They've done specials, they've done studios. I reviewed a studio a few years ago which was in Silverburst, very, very nice guitar, and I really, really like them. They're very light, very easy to get on with, very easy to wear all night. They only weigh in at about 7.5 pounds. So you won't be breaking your back with one of these, and they're not that expensive either, but for what they are, I don't think anyway. You know, I mean, everything's relative, really, isn't it? So yes, 2010, 2011 only, this one, and I really have enjoyed. It's only come in for a restring and a bit of a setup, and I've done literally nothing to it apart from put new strings on. Oh, and I did condition the neck because it was as dry as a biscuit, and you could almost hear the rosewood slurping the guitar neck honey as I was popping it on there. So yeah, lovely, lovely, lovely thing, and I shall thank you all for tuning in. As always, I shall look forward to seeing you on the next one. Adios amigos, ta-ra.